26 points and 3 dunks for Sam Hauser. Celtics get the 19-point win over the Toronto Raptors. Looking at the playoff bracket, because outside of the game you saw tonight, we also shore things up as far as the 7 seed goes. It will be the winner of Miami and Atlanta. That game will be on Tuesday in the early window, so we should know by about Tuesday at 10 p.m. who the Celtics will be facing in the first round of the playoffs. What's up, and welcome to Celtics Postgame Live. Giles, Eddie, Scal. That'd be a fun game to call. You guys sound like you're having a blast.
That was great. The only thing that got me twisted was Eddie Howe talking about that pizza, and he was nicest he's ever been to me in my life. So I don't know what was in that pizza, but that's the only thing that got me a little bit, I'm apprehensive about it.
Why? Because I gave you a compliment?
Yeah, if you've never done that in your life.
Well, it was all for the setup, because I don't think you ever had 3 dunks. And how many, was it 6 threes? Have you ever had that in your career, like Sam Hauser?
My last year. I got that. The whole year.
But it was one of those games where it's like, you know, Jayson Tatum goes out there, does what he needs to do early on, doesn't play in the second half, and then this bench, you know, get your opportunity. Those guys were hungry, and they just continued to have fun the entire night. Saw everyone step up. Peyton Pritchard coming up. He had 22 points as well.
Yeah, Pritchard was great. Hauser, even Derek White during that third quarter, carrying the load to the team. We had a lineup where we had 3 bigs out there. You had Rob Williams, Al Horford, and Mike Muscala. So it was one of those, this is what we're going to do, a little tune-up in the first half, and in the second half, let's get through. And I thought the vibes were really good throughout the game.
Well, I looked at a team like Toronto and think that, well, they mailed it in on their coach, you know, and I know. I've been on teams where you're not really feeling the coach's message. You're not listening to what he's saying. You're just trying to get through the rest of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose in the playing game
against Chicago,
and lose in this fashion. Yeah, because once you start creating those habits, it starts from the top, right? And if you don't believe in the message from the coach, then how can the superstars relay that message down to everybody else? And, I mean, when we talk about superstars for Toronto, I mean, I don't know if they got a superstar. I don't think they got a star. I think Siakam's an all-star, a really good player. But when we're talking about a really, like, franchise type of guy, is Siakam that franchise type guy? And if he is, he's not holding everybody else accountable, because you can't come out here and lose like this, regardless on how it goes down, especially if you're a playoff team and you're going into the playoffs. You should have some sort of fight. They just didn't have any fight tonight, and the Celtics took advantage of that, and that's as they should. Yeah,
I mean, 19 points, by the way, was closer than the game actually was. The Celtics were up by 30-plus for a good deal of that. And Jayson Tatum, part of the reason he had 21 points tonight, he's standing by with Abby back down on the floor.
Jayson, you came out hot from the jump in this game, put up 15 points in the first quarter. What got you going?
You know, I had a couple days off, extra days off. And I knew I wasn't going to play that long, so just wanted to come out and be aggressive from the beginning, kind of leave my mark on the game from the jump.
Yeah, you didn't play in the second half, but clearly we're having a ton of fun on the bench. Have you seen Sam dunk like that?
No, I said he's probably going to get drug tested tomorrow or whenever our next practice is. I said, you probably ain't dunked 3 times since high school.
You guys do lock up the #2 seed in the East. When you look forward, I know you guys have one more regular season game left, but when you look at the challenge ahead of you, what excites you the most?
Just that we get another opportunity, right? You know, we essentially worked all summer, all season to get back to this point of the playoffs to get another chance. And we put ourselves in a great position. We had a great regular season. And it's go time.
Finally, what has this week been like for you, the release of your first signature shoe, the Tatum ones?
It's been incredible to get the feedback, to see everybody that went to go get them and, you know, wearing them at the game, and the coaches and the ball boys and, you know, the staff of the Celtics. You know, I don't take that for granted. It's really a dream come true. I'm really just trying to soak it all in.
Thank you for the time, and thank you for the kicks.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, so Jayson Tatum again with those 21 points. And what he did was ensure that he will average better than 30 points per game this season, and that's assuming that he's not going to be playing on Sunday. So he becomes the first Celtic in history to average 30-plus points, and he does it on a night and a day in which his first signature shoe becomes available in stores, the Jordan Brand Tatum 1s that you're seeing right in front of us here. But he looks like he's right in the form that you need him to be going into the postseason, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, he's attacking the basket. That's what you want. You know, it's just what a superstar is, an MVP candidate, signature shoe, first Celtic ever to average 30. But it all comes down to whatever happens next Sunday or Saturday. What you start to build your team for a championship level, a banner 18 to be Celtic lore, right? We already consider him an all-time Celtic great, like he's in that category. You have to put a banner up there to do that. And I think it doesn't start today. It started as soon as they lost to the Warriors last year.
Yeah, and I think I believe when you hear him talk the way that he was talking and saying that no matter what, I wanted to put my imprint on his game in the first half, come out aggressive. And I think when he has that mindset, getting to the rim, getting downhill, playing in that fashion, and then also on the defensive end being engaged, that's the Jayson Tatum that is an MVP, that is the MVP candidate, that is the best player on this team. So, I mean, he went out there and handled his business. Didn't have to play in the second half. I'm glad he didn't play. It was no reason for him to play. Went out there, handled his business, and when you look at that list, averaging 30 points, you know, fans think that it is so easy, right? Because he makes it look easy. These guys make it look so easy to score 30 points, but to average, let me say that, but just to score 30. It's hard work, so you got to salute him for that. And I mean, this is a great shoe right here, man. I mean, everybody got him except me.
I didn't get him. I didn't get a pair.
You don't count.
Well, thank you.
When he said everybody, he don't mean you.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I did pretty well already. Yeah, I lucked out. I mean, he also gets 21 points in the first half and makes that look easy too. Like, you know, I mean, he could have cruised to another 40-plus point game if he wanted to. But, again, the Celtics prioritizing health and everything else going into the postseason. But still remarkable to average 30-plus throughout the course of the season.
You know I'm doing the Tommy board right now. You know that, right? You guys ready? You guys ready? I just want to make sure. It didn't seem like you were inching towards
I'm being told not yet.
You know I'm ready.
I'm being told not yet. That's why.
Okay.
My number? Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure you weren't thinking about going to break without doing this Tommy Award.
Okay. I think they're
I know where you at.
You want to do DraftKings first?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I hit today.
You yeah. How about Max, though?
I'm sorry. Max didn't hit. I said I wanted to go over.
So, Max,
you did
threw together.
No, I mean, I don't do that Max the thing, but I said I told everybody this thing is going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay.
It did depend on when you got the number, because it finished at 223. Some points the number was 223 and a half. Sometimes it was 222, 221. So I'm just saying, it got down to 220 and a half. It moved a little bit today. Really depended on when you got it. But it was very interesting because Max was ready to come at you with the same game parlay he had with the Celtics plus 4.5, and he had it going under 220.5. Do you know what happened on the final play?
Yeah,
yes.
I saw that.
I mean, he's in my ear. Apparently, the control room back in the studio in Needham just was on the floor because Max had it all planned out until – and the Celtics dribbled the ball out, too.
There it is. There it is right
that is
over.
Janky right there.
It's the three. And
you could feel the arena with the, oh, yay. It was like all that. Half the people had over, half the people had under.
And here you go, right at the bottom there. Meaningless three-point field goal ruins Max's chance to dance on Scal's grave. So he was coming at you. It's another win for you there today.
No, I just didn't realize how bad Toronto was. I didn't realize all the stuff that Eddie was talking about with them checking out of their coach. I thought today was going to be a high-scoring game, but Toronto didn't hold their end of the bargain. The Celtics tonight could have had 150. By the way, they shoot 81% from two. It's an NBA record tonight. 100% in the first half. NBA record.
That's incredible.
So when I say the Celtics are going to have a big night, I'm not thinking about that garbage team on the other end.
And in a meaningless game, too, on top of it. All right, you brought up the Tommy Award. Let's find out who won tonight's Tommy Award.
It's going to be a good one. You know why? Because we haven't seen a lot of Peyton Pritchard. You know, he got hurt in that Cleveland game. He came back. We saw him today in his bag, in the building, knocking down shots early, playing with extreme confidence, picking up the ball full court, something Eddie has been talking about Like, you could be an energy changer by doing this, dropping dimes. Peyton Pritchard did everything today. I love the way his mentality is. He went out there, he made a shot. He looked over at the Toronto bench. This is the one, I think. Watch this. Oh, watch him glance over. Hey, over there. You guys don't know. Now you know. So Peyton Pritchard, he's going to win a Tommy Award.
All right, so for Peyton Pritchard, that's number 7 on the season. That's pretty good for a guy who's missed some time here, but Peyton Pritchard gets his 7th Tommy Award of the season. Scout, thanks so much. We'll talk to you on Sunday.
Oh, last game of the season, always special. You got that special outfit you're going to wear on the last day of the season, you're best. Sunday's best.
Hey,
Easter, everything.
bring out them Great Depressions.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here on Celtics Post Game Live.
I'm out. See ya.